Hey all, first game of the ITSL League 2021 organised by Baskmax. I am USSR, playing Abaddon, who is USA. You've just missed Dire Straits playing Brothers in Arms, which was an unintentional segue. But you'll probably hear more because I'm leaving the tape running. And yes, it's a tape, I'm that old. Alright, okay, so we're USSR and we've been dealt CIA. That's, well, if we're going to get it, turn 1 seems fine. Ooh, we've got Purge, and we're nice and ops rich. The job will be making sure we don't get dominated in the Middle East. That's fine. 441, yep, let's plug the cards in. So yeah, avoid domination in the Middle East. Captured Nazis is a pretty safe headline. We are nice and ops rich, which is great. Well, our socialist governments actually, because then we can get the coup off on Italy. Isn't shabby either. Well, I can't complain about my starting hand, and as long as they don't headline Fidel, we can deal with CIA as well. No decor D style, which is a bummer, but it is what it is, and we got defectors, so we don't need to worry about our headlines in early war as well. So yeah, the greediest headline is Purge, but I prefer socialist government's nuclear test ban coup on Italy. Right, so, yeah. I mean, the alternative is that we don't coup Italy and we hope we get Suez or de Gaulle and do something about Europe. I'm very much the opinion you only get one shot at dealing with Europe, and it's turn 1 AR1. And if they headline duck and cover after socialist governments, we've got two options. We can walk into West Germany, or we can just take the coup on Iran, having already culled Italy a little. So let's start with socialist governments. Yeah, I'm content with that. For sure. Oh. Sadly, we can't deny them presents. Well, with Europe scoring gone, then I guess it goes coup, counter coup, final coup in Iran instead. Well, everything's going my way at the moment. Woof! That's a big boy to kick things off. It's a shame we don't have Suez, otherwise we could have really done some damage to the Middle East. If they don't play into Lebanon or Egypt, I may drop Middle East scoring for 4 VP here. Once we've got Middle East scoring out of the hand, eventing CA is not a problem, really. I mean, we're tipping off we don't have Decor D-Style, which gives them, or Vietnam Revolts, which gives them a bit more information than we'd like to reveal. But I also want to get it out of my hand sooner rather than later. So they do go influence. Alright, so we will take a defector's coup on Lebanon. And that's also gigantic. Let's hope I don't roll all 6s in the early war and then roll 1s the rest of the game. If you'd like to listen to the other side of the Dire Straits tape, that's cool. Very well. I find it hard to believe that my voice is as interesting as Mark Knopfler's, but that's fine. That makes it sound like you share chats with Mark Knopfler. What's weird is that David Knopfler also sounds a lot like Mark Knopfler. You'd think he would sing differently to his brother, but anyway, that seems like a fairly sensible option. But we will coup. Mostly because we want to keep it under pressure. It's another 6. Ye gods. ridiculous. He'll play into Jordan, I guess, and we can drop Middle East for domination, and then event captured Nazi. Maybe even before captured Nazi, before CIA. That was insane. Yeah, 2 into Jordan. Sensible. Overprotect Italy. Fine. Okay, we'll drop Middle East scoring. So no Fidel, please. That's what we'd like to avoid. Skill pass.
I was just scrolling on Reddit and it saved a comment, so I've undone it.
That's fine, you can delete.
I don't know what even that means. What does it mean to save a comment?
It's presumably in my history somewhere. It's not a problem.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's not furry porn, is it?
No.
Well, then we're okay.
But yeah, it really annoys me on this Chromebook. You don't.
I know. Well, some haptic recognition on keyboards is weird. What do we do? What do we do? I feel like, yeah, okay, we event CIA rather than capture Nazi because if they were to play Fidel now, it would piss me off, basically. So we get CIA out the deck. They know that we're going to be wanting to go off to space, so they should take the tempo to space themselves in a moment. Although we may want to play into Pakistan and Afghanistan. Or just Pakistan, if they have Indo. Yeah, they went for it. Okay. So we'll play into Pakistan, and we will convert. So yes, the worst case scenario is they have Indo-Pakistani war and it succeeds. They do not. So they'll begin to march, yeah. We will make sure Pakistan is a 6, and we'll worry about space next turn. I mean, it's at the very least, it's a sanguine headline. So yeah, we're unlikely to be dominated in Asia. The question is whether or not we will. So I mean, we need decol really to guarantee Asia domination. So we're looking to snag India or South Korea ahead of time. They have Vietnam revolts. That's fine for them. And it means that we still get a crack at space. So they've taken Indonesia, that's wise. And they've moved into Colombia, which is a perfectly fine. Alright, defectors isn't in the headline, so we can put 2 into Venezuela, 1 into Chile and 1 into Angola, and then coup Panama in the headline. And if they are foolish enough to duck and cover, so much the better. So that's handy. Great time to get D-Star. Can't help it if I'm lucky. Romania. Fidel. Cambridge 5. We know they don't have any, so we're not going to be using that. Capture Nazi, NASA, not going to be using that. And containment, we can use AR6. That's not a shabby hand either. Rolling 6s on his coups. Generally living the life of a debauched genius. Genius is probably overstating it. So the downside is that we don't have a card to coup Panama well. We're going to have to use Cambridge 5. But I think it has to be D-Style here. Duck and cover Marshall. Indo-Pakistani wars at 1 in 6. Yeah. Duck and cover or marshal are the only real headaches with defectors gone. So let's headline D-Star. Oh, well, that's also a possibility as well, of course. So we'll Cambridge 5 coup on Panama. Let's have a 6, please. There it is. This is nothing short of utterly ridiculous. We don't have the ops to race in Asia, so I'm inclined to drop Asia scoring promptly. See, this is frustrating because we may have to use Fidel here. Although we can use the China card. We're not going to get domination there. No. With access in Panama, we're going to use Brazil and hope Fidel comes back. We'll have some chancy coups on Colombia and look for some snazzy realigns late in the turn. But dropping Asia scoring is the priority, I think. We need to drop Asia scoring before a 6 Indo-Pakistani wall roll, of course. Spreads around. We drop Asia scoring, no messing around. 1 VP is fine. We'll take some one-op chance coups on Colombia in the hopes of realigning, but we'll do it AR6. Or maybe we won't do it this turn. What we need to watch out for is them tapping Brazil and moving to Uruguay, because then we may get realigned. And we're hoping they forget to put one more in Italy.
Lovely weather.
Walk the dog at the right time. So we can socialist governments them. They need to overprotect Italy, and I'm hoping they'll forget. Scoring card timing is going to be fairly pivotal. Turn 3 onwards then. He's gone and done it. So we'll put 2 in Brazil and we'll put 2 in Argentina. Oh no, wait, we've got to... Oh. Bleh. Window zone open upstairs, right? Jolly good.
I'm going to go double check.
For the best. Oh, man. So what's our line here? Because we can't take Brazil. So Brazil and Argentina? Setting up our own realigns on Uruguay if they play into Uruguay, or coupping Colombia and taking a chance. Let's do that. I'm not sure that's best, but we're going to try. If they play into Uruguay, we realign on Uruguay. Or coup Colombia and hope they miss. Okay, so fills France, which is a sensible thing to do with turn 3 coming around, with independent reds. But we'll go to space now. De Gaulle and Suez are still in the deck. Well, De Gaulle isn't, sorry. Suez is still in the deck from... De Gaulle's in the discard pile from blockade, is what I'm trying to say, but who knows. Okay, so they're going to be deciding about whether or not to play into Uruguay or not. If they play into Uruguay, we can coup Colombia, then they have to decide, oh, they're going to go for the big 6 for their Milops. They got the 6. And now they've got their Milops, we'll have the coup on Colombia. Well, now we don't have the China card, and they got that 6 in Pakistan. Things look very bad in Asia. So that's a problem, and we want to get De Gaulle or Suez to deal with France as well. So we've created a wee problem for ourselves in Asia. And of course I'm left with 2 1-op cards in my hand next turn, so I've forced myself into being Ops Light, which is bad. So they're AR6. Play into Uruguay or counter coup Colombia. Tap Brazil, fine. Overprotect was unnecessary with... So socialist governments here is great for us. And we don't bleed and get it. That's a shame. But we do get Fidel shuffled back to us, which is nice. No decol, that's sad. So they've got Arab, Israeli, decol, and Korean War. UN intervention, so they can get rid of an unsympathetic card, and NORAD. We've been reshuffled IR and Fidel. Oh no, we got NORAD. Shut my mouth. So we know they've got Arab, Israeli, Korean decol, and UN intervention. I guess we've got to go Suez in order to deny Europe scoring dropping in the headline. And we get purged. Woof! It's going to be a ropey start now. But we'll have the coup on Brazil. It needs to be a 3 or higher, please. And now we start rolling ones. Curses. Okay, so we've lost the South America Gambit. We've lost a chance to do serious damage in Europe. So it's going to start coming unraveled now. A little bit sooner than I hoped for. But there we go. So we'll event Fidel, we'll event Independent Reds before Romanian abdication ever drops. We'll look to space NORAD or maybe hold it to turn 4. And that's pretty much all we can do. Overprotect North Korea so we don't get Asia control against us. That's definitely a priority. And they'll be looking to put 3 in Brazil. So, yeah, I expect to see an op to repair France. So three, or no, actually, see, they either need to repair France and the UK or Brazil, and they went France, UK. All right, so we will shore up Brazil, so we can try and get some rear lines on Venezuela. Because there's now what we can do about Europe. Scoring card timing is fairly crucial here. We'd like to see Middle East, and we'd like to be able to 5-year plan away Asia or Europe. Okay. So we're going to use NORAD, and we're going to take Uruguay to prevent realigned shenanigans. Not happy about eventing NORAD, but I'm going to do it. So rest of the turn will be protecting what's ours. Putting another op in Argentina so that Argentina and Chile doesn't get wiped out. 1 in North Korea. So what are you ditching? Decol, nice. Okay, great. So we put 1 in North Korea. They'll be spacing Korean War then, I guess. So we might event Truman Doctrine and play straight back into Austria. Oh, they had Europe scoring. Curses. Now it's less important. Oh, well, we managed to stop. It's a shame, a real shame they didn't put it in the headline. I think we just play straight back in and then AR. Oh, no. No, we're going to bank on not getting socialist governments or being able to do something with it later on. And we're going to event Fidel AR6. Yep. So we're going to go into mid-war about 4 VP behind pace. Our saving grace is we're set up fairly well in the Americas. We're going to find out what their last card is, unless they use the China card. Warsaw Pact, okay. Okay, well, unless they get Junta or ABM, that's not as bad as it could be, and we've got access back to Austria. So that worked out well for us. Didn't get Junta. Did get Duck and Cover. And we've got Cambridge 5. Cambridge 5 is probably the headline here. No other early war cards. Nope. Okay, add mid-war. OPEC. US, Japan. Muslim Rev. Muslim Rev is pretty strong at the moment. If we can get in there before Camp David and Sadat. Che doesn't have too many targets right now. course, if the event Sadat, we can event NASA because we're still holding it. Which is fine. It's a nice time to be holding it, right? So, Cambridge 5, tell me what scoring cards you have. You have South America scoring. You also have Africa scoring. That's useful to know. So we will use duck and cover. Oh, if they've got Voice of America. So now if they take Algeria, we take South Africa. Yeah, and if they don't take... Well, then what we do is we move into Nigeria, etc. So it's really only ABM Treaty that... Well, and Brush War to an extent, but ABM Treaty really screws us up. Colonial Rearguards as well. It's a bit of a faff. But knowing what they're holding is handy. And we can hold Che in case they think they're going to start cooing around the map. So, Algeria. Alright, we're going to give a Marshall Plan, with Europe having gone. And we'll do that, because they then need to use a 4-op card to take South Africa. And even then we take Nigeria, and then we can win the coup war using Che. We'll also be looking to event Muslim Revolution to get them out of Jordan. Although if they play into Turkey, we also need to shore up Syria. Blah. Oh well. So hasty using Marshall Plan. But I think here it's just keep the pressure on in Africa, knowing that's the only scoring card they hold. We can deal with Japan later. Asia. I'm holding US Japan, which means I'm biased. We don't even need to move into Libya immediately. But I suspect there'll be a coup on Saharan states or Cameroon here. Then I'll play 2 into Nigeria. I might do a canny 1 into Syria if they play into Turkey and hope they miss it. Then I can Che if they coup Cameroon, hoping to envelop Nigeria. And then hit them with Muslim Revolution. The only reason not to hit Muslim Revolution is that we could use the ops more efficiently elsewhere, and Camp David Accord absolutely throws a bomb under. Muslim Rev? I don't know, let's see. Miss Turkey. You don't. Okay. Give up on Africa. That's good for me. No. Let's think about the long game. We'll pop 1 in Syria, hope they miss it, and then hit them in Jordan. Then we can take Israel for 4 and try and press for Middle East control. And obviously it's good with OPEC. Okay. So now we won't be using Muslim Revolution. To kick them out. We will instead use it to try and fill up on the Middle East. So now if they event Sadat, we counter-event. Where's Camp David? Well, I'm glad I didn't event it now. Camp David. Space in Quagmire. They can't get off the launch pad. Yeah, up to date. We're effectively trading 1 VP here for a 5 VP OPEC. Or if they event Sadat of 4 VP OPEC, but I'll still take it. How bad is Asia? Asia's very bad. Very, very bad. That's a card I would very much like to 5-year plan away. Alternatively, 50-50 Brush War Thailand, 50-50 Indo-Pakistani War Pakistan. And even then, they can go 4-3 by taking India and Taiwan. So yeah, Asia is a disaster zone. Liberation Theology would be great. Looks like we're going to have to make up ground in some other territories for Asia. Summit is going on. Yeah, taking Israel, that's fine. We take our 5 VP OPEC. And then we'll finish by eventing Che. So I'm hoping they misstep here and coup Saharan states or Cameroon so we get 2 clean coup targets. And we want a nice big coup on Colombia so that we can try and realign. What are you salting? Purge? Classic. Salt is gone and they take Purge back. So we're getting purged again. We're looking to do lots of eventing. And so because of that, we will have a coup. And we'll coup Pakistan. We need a 5 or a 6 here. 6! Ha! So we will be looking to be purged next turn. But we may get a coup off in Thailand if we're lucky. Oh, getting rid of Lone Gunman, not shabby. And they have Sadat. So we can hold on to NASA for the time being. And we want to drop DEFCON. Yeah, 6 time, a 4. That's not going to cut it. So they'll finish with a coup of Sahara or Nigeria, but at -1. Oh no, they're giving us 2 mil-ops. India, of course, yeah. 5-year plan and Asia scoring, please. That would be grand. And we get neither. When I get 5-year plan. Okay, so we have to space grain sales, but we can event Junta, move into Mexico, and coup Venezuela, and then finish taking Pakistan at least, although we're going to stay dominated in Asia. But let's take Hunter. We're going to get purged. Yep, that's fine. At least we knew we weren't going to get... Oh, we now have to space 5-year plan and hold grain sales because we're purged. But we'll take Pakistan. Now, worst case scenario, it's 6 VP in Asia, not 7. We'll be looking to get a number of spaces away, ideally. 5-year plan and Yasuri have to go. We have to event Arsenal, which we want to do as late as possible in the turn, just in case they're holding Central America scoring. Ooh, this is harsh. But at least we get a VP. We just need to offset what misery happens in Asia with some opportunity elsewhere. Grain. That's not. Shuttle dip. OAS. Yasuri. So yeah, we have to space 5-year plan or it's DEFCON suicide. And we fail. So now we have to event every card we've got. Yasuri is going to put a bomb under things. So we'll need to use shuttle diplomacy to shore up Pakistan and North Korea before eventing Yasuri. OAS is going to screw up our plans in Central America as well. And then we finish with Arsenal. So this is a turn for weathering the storm. I guess we respond to that. The problem is that they're doing it on even terms at the moment. It's all going to come unraveled shortly when OAS drops. Well, this is kind of gross. Okay, we use Yasuri and they jam Pakistan or North Korea. But then have to use the China card to flip it, which isn't great for me, but works out acceptably. And I get time to do something else if they... like what they say. And we still do Ask Not Last in the turn. And hope and pray. If they successfully realign... Oh good, they're going Southeast Asia scoring. And they're using one small step. So miss, please. Oh, that's not missing. That's the opposite of missing. Okay, we know they've got Sadat, but we have to try and snag domination, and we failed to do that. Yep, fine. I'm attacking the unscored region. OAS first, although you're indicating you don't hold Central America scoring this turn. But if you play Nicaragua or Haiti, I coup one of them. 2 into Cuba would be best. They may go to Brazil because they can get access to Cuba the old-fashioned way. Ooh, it's been a rough turn. Okay, jam Panama, presumably because you then want to move into Costa Rica. But I can AR7 coup Colombia to try and stop the rear lines there. Man, that was a rough turn, but getting purged is always rough. Ask not away. Lone Gunman's already gone. What else are you chucking? And you may get saddled with a scoring card you don't want to play. I can but hope. Whoop whoop. So with 2 ops, we're going to go 1 Nigeria, 1 Nicaragua, and hope you got Middle East or Central America scoring in the draw. And there's still time to call Mexico. No. Okay. You blow a hole in Panama. Well, that turn didn't go great, and now we have Asia scoring. We can level up Asia with Indo-Pakistani War at a 1 in 3 chance, which would be nice. I know shuttle diplomacy is in play. Right, so NATO alliance currently worth 2 VP. Not happy about playing that really. Asia nuclear test ban. Voice of America. So we've got 2 cards we really want to go with space. So we want to try and get off to space. Missile envy, Indo-Pakistani War, and bear trap's a real thing. So if we missile envy them and pull ABM treaty, great. If we pull flower power, bad. But we may get a 3-op card as long as it's not arms race. No, that is never fun. If we get trapped, at least we've got cards we want to put in it. Let's go missile envy. Highest margin for fun and trouble. It may get defected, and getting defected isn't the worst thing that can happen to us here. We'd like to pull something like Brezhnev. Oh, Central America scoring. Okay, so there's a chance we can cause some damage here. Now we really want a US card so we can tap Mexico with it and get presence-less domination. We don't, we get bloody flower power. Okay, so Central America is gone. Which makes the highest margin coup Egypt. Or Africa, unscored region. Let's go Egypt. A 4. It does the job, but it feels very sallow after that run. Okay. We're going to drop Asia scoring before any more shenanigans. Which at least puts us another VP up in the Middle East. Space VOA, well, Space Grain. Then if we're successful, Space VOA. They don't have one small step, so this is a space we really want to make to try and tidy our hand up. Okay, Southeast Asia scoring is also bad for us. Fine, it's been scored. There's not a lot I can do about it now. That's a bad fail. Because now we have to event Alliance for Progress. And Emit is going to be played, which, if they don't have Middle East scoring, is bad for us. But they're also having a hard time in space as well, so I won't gripe too much. So what's our play now? Alliance for Progress, jam Panama to make it 2 VP. If Emit pulls Middle Eastern scoring, we're in a bad way. 5 in 14. Not happy at all about having to event Emit, but such is life. Yep, arms race, fine. So, we're going to grit our teeth. Please don't pull Middle Eastern scoring. Libthy, that's sad, but it's a lot sadder when they... Okay, so... we have to event NATO, we're not happy about that, but what else are we going to do? Not a lot. We'll keep Africa looking dicey, so... the board's about half and half. Once Middle East and Southeast Asia effectively trade, we're looking to basically damage America before they damage us in turn 7 onwards. Special relationship hasn't been played yet, which is nasty for us. Alright, we have to go 1 in 3 and D here to flip, and we don't. So that's bad, and now we're going to get realigned out of Cuba. But it was the only way we were going to settle Asia's hash, which longer term is problematic to us given we have more access into Central America. So miss at +1, please. Good. Okay, that could have gone a lot worse. So we got Middle East scoring. We got special relationship, so we can space that away if we need to. We got Brushall, which is also pretty huge. And we've just evented NATO, so we can't use it on bloody Italy. Southeast, Middle East, how I learned Brush. They've got ABM. Oh, and they've got Bear Trap as well. Oh, this is going to go so badly. Oh yeah, reshuffle, that's why. So they're holding Bear Trap, Nuclear Subs, Puppet Governments, Nixon, Colonial Rearguards, ABM Socialist, Bear Trap, De Gaulle, Nuclear Subs, Puppet Governments, Nixon, Colonial Rearguards. And we picked up Arms Race in the reshuffle. So we have to try and second guess what they might have, right? Because they might headline ABM, they might headline Bear Trap, they might headline Nuclear Subs. If we headline Middle East scoring, we can at least get out the deck before they do anything too frightening. And then if they do Bear Trap us, we've got options. Defectors is the worst. ABM Treaty can't do a lot in the Middle East. Can it? No. Let's go Middle East scoring. And then if we do get Bear Trapped. Yeah, okay. That's probably alright for us then, as long as we get out of this trap cleanly. VOA first. We do. A good time not to roll a 6. Okay, so they'll get a coup, and then they'll get to ABM coup as well. Oh, Southeast Asia's so bad. So Nixon coup, we don't know what they get Zaire off. Oh, and they get their NORAD op. Yuck. So we're never going to keep up with them on arms race. Let's overprotect Brazil against the next coup, followed by NORAD. So we need space away special relationship. Russia will give us Milops at least. Want to get a coup on Nicaragua. Perhaps with kitchen debates. And then find a decent leverage brush war spot. Oh boy. Alright, so they're gambling on a ABM coup of Nigeria, I guess, yeah? Let's coup Cameroon so that if they coup Nigeria, we can get a clean brush war on it. But we still need to coup Nicaragua. So they've got ABM Socialist, De Gaulle, Nuclear Subs, Puppet Government, and one other card. Puppet governments, okay. They're definitely softening us up for that. Going to be circumspect and pop one into Nigeria to stop it being flipped naturally. And then we may have to take a 50-50 coup. 50-50 brush war, sorry, 50-50. Yeah, the board looks way bluer than I recall it being a couple of turns ago. So now we have to fade scoring card timing and try and hope for war games. Here it comes. I expect Nigeria. Yeah. It's huge. Tap South Africa as well. Yeah. So we respond. And now when they refill Algeria, we take a 50-50 brush war on Nigeria and then the turn dropping Southeast Asia scoring. And if we get dominated in Africa and Southeast Asia, we're in a ton of trouble. And did nothing about Nicaragua. Not a good turn. Yeah. Alright, event brush war, Nigeria, be good. You're good, thank you. Okay, so that is at least a brief relief in Africa. We're going to have to drop Southeast Asia scoring turn 7. Okay, well that's lucky for us. Oof, we won the battle, but we may lose the war. Doesn't everyone? So they've got socialist governments and De Gaulle leads France. So I expect to see a space. They might event and repair France and look for an op elsewhere, but spacing it's probably safer. Yeah. Okay. And they get it. Okay, so we've got South America. Winning by war games is a distant memory still because of not having it in our hand now. A snap headline there. Alas, we've got Ortega, not going to be... So liberation theology to cause the most damage. And they have Junta, so at least we can... So this is interesting. Do they seek to repair, or do they try and put inroads into South America knowing that we then get a free crack at it? We have to stay stuck in cover in case we get hand shortened, which means special relationship might yet go off. So it'd be nice. Oh, they've overprotected, so that could be 2 more VP for them. And they've gone for it. Oh dear. Oh, missed that. No. With NORAD, Lamentably, we have to overprotect Brazil to make sure we get domination there. And they'll put one into Panama or Mexico. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, now at least we can space special relationship again. Is it worth a concerted cooing thing on Colombia to try and set up? Yeah, take Mexico. Let's give it a go. Good. So threatening to realign Venezuela here could be very profitable. Even if they threaten to realign us out of Central America, we may end up trading position. Okay, could be a weak counter coup. It's a 4. Oh boy. Okay, Colombia and Haiti. Now let's keep that unknown for now. Well, what am I doing? AWACS went. So what do you want? Colombia or Haiti? You go in Colombia and you missed. Now's my chance. And again. Perfect. Last realign is on. Perfect. Okay. That's South America sorted. At some expense. Oh, it's not quite sorted, of course. By not realigning fully out of Brazil, they can have a go on Venezuela. That's the wrong choice. You should have gone Haiti. Oh, Europe. For every scoring card, there is another scoring card. Please no one small step. We'll space defectors AR7 in the hope of getting to the 2 square. So no one small step from them, please. Oh, whistled for the wind. So now we'll finish with a coup on Nicaragua to shore up Cuba. Well, it seems like there's an answer for everything, isn't there? We are now only getting there with Lone Gunman gone. We're only getting there with a strong flip of Central America. Man, I think this game's lost. We at least have Quagmire, which I think we have to play. Quag purged again. So is that a triple purge? Makes me feel better about myself. I'm purged. Bleh. Which means I can't space Star Wars. So now it's coup shuttle diplomacy or coup che, space Cal, and then try and get Star Wars off for nothing. Yeah. Big 6. A 1. So there you go. That's when the 1 shows up. Alright, I think this game is a goner. They're out with barracks. Yeah, I think this game is absolutely in the tank now. Okay, we need to get Star Wars off before they space. And if they've got terrorism or grain sales, after they've spaced, we're dead. Oh, okay. So now if they have war games, they're close to winning, but thankfully not quite over the top. Zimbabwe, they're not ahead in the space race. We at least got that away, but Reagan Bomb Zibia or Defect is going to give them a VP anyway, so boff. And also, I suppose we should have invented Che to get Haiti as well. So if they drop Central America scoring now, I've cooed the wrong target. Ah, well, when you've been purged 3 times... okay, well, at least we can't be DEFCON suicided, but of course pulling Che is the worst card they could have pulled. We'll event South African unrest, because they've kind of signaled they don't have a scoring card now. We'll at least make another region look unsympathetic to them. But they're going to be at 8 VP by the end of the turn, so if they are holding war games, we've lost anyway. Hey, triple purges, they're what they are. You do what you can to keep cracking on. Yeah, I mean, we have, as far as I can see, no ways to win this. With Lone Gunman out the deck and Ortega gone, there are no DEFCON suicide unless we trick them. Yeah. The best solution is they don't space and they're not holding war games right now. And we catch them in a DEFCON suicide somehow. Although actually with Duck and Cover and Calgon, even headlining We Will Bury You doesn't do it. Yeah, we can't win. This is now a procession. Goes. Oh no, okay, I'm still fighting the good fight in Africa. Well, there's your VP if you want it. Yeah, we need a... Well, there's no Brush War ABM, is there? Yeah, there's... Yeah, you off to space. So now you get to Headline Peak as well, which... Yeah. Alas and alack. Right, so we'll coup Guatemala as well. Don't get there. At least we didn't lose by war games. But this game is swiftly running out. So, I'll be starting at 0 and 1 in ITSL. We didn't get dealt war games, and we got dealt 2 DEFCON suicide cards. They're going to see our headline. And if they're going to see our headline, what do we feed them? Iran-Contra. Yeah, Iran-Contra to make rear lines less promising, I guess. Only Chernobyl and John Paul are left. So we should at least not lose to Europe control. But we have no way of gaining points here, and they drop Central America scoring anyway. So. Okay, well, we still get a coup off. And we're barely successful, and if you've got war games, the game's over. Even if you don't. 6, 11, 13, 23 versus 20, and you've got the China card, yeah. And you can get a space off at some point. Yeah, we're toast. C'est la vie. So they don't have war games at least. But there's really no way to force them into DEFCON suicide. So that is a shame. Oh, hello. I've not been paying attention. 2 in Mexico. Yeah, that's fine. That's to be expected. Why don't we make life interesting and missile envy them? If you've got We Will Bury You, we lose anyway. Although with terrorism still to go. Let's space grain cells first. Blech. Rubbing it in now. But we'll miss LMV at this point, because you would have spaced We Will Bury You. For a lark. So there you go. The only gambit to winning there was, after not spacing it, we'd need to hold terrorism and cultural revolution. Oh. Well, there we go. Not a lot we could do there. If you get triple purged, the chances of winning are a little bit bleh. So, we had a good game. Hope it was fun to watch. So, thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time. Start off with a loss. That should be an interesting way to start my ITSL year out. I'll come join the chat in Twitch, and I will get this uploaded. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you for another one. Oh, while we're still recording, there's another one on Wednesday of this week. But that's the only one scheduled before about Saturday the 5th of September, when there'll be a double header. There may be other ones queued up. I've emailed people to try and start setting up times, so I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks again.